Good afternoon and welcome to the Historic Business District meeting of August 20th. I'll call the meeting to order with the roll call to assure we have a quorum. After the clerk reads the governor's directive, we'll proceed with the minutes and then move on to the applications. Let's do a,
Read the thing.
okay, we're going to do a roll call first.
Yeah.
Doug Grattan is here.
Sam Stryber is here.
Tim Gilmore's here.
Bob Burns is here.
And Darcy Sequin is here. Sam will now read the governor's directive.
To see his,
Pursuant to
sorry, Mario
Governor
Mariani
Healy's
is here.
March 28, 2025 signing of the Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2025, extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, General Law C 30A, para 20, until June 30, 2027. This meeting of the Chatham Historic Business District Commission is being conducted in person and via remote participation. Every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. A reminder that people who would like to listen to this meeting while in progress may do so by calling the phone number 1-508-945-4410, conference ID 771-521-104 hashtag, or join the meeting online via Microsoft Teams through the link in the posted agenda. While this is a live broadcast and simulcast on Chatham TV, Xfinity Channel 102, despite our best efforts, we may not be able to provide real-time access. We will post a record of this meeting on the town's website as soon as possible. In accordance with town policy, the public can speak to any issue, hearing, or business item on the agenda during the meeting when recognized by the chair.
Thank you, Sam. Also with us today is our Community Development Secretary, Chantel Kilkenny. Thank you very much. So did you all have a chance to review the minutes?
Doug Grattan would like to make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Tim Gilmore will second that motion.
That's great, thank you. Doug?
Doug Grattan approves.
Sam Stryber approves.
Tim?
Tim Gilmore abstains. I was not present.
Abstain.
Okay, Darcy Sequin approves. Okay. We'll go on to the first application.
The first application, modification to an existing certificate of appropriateness. 24-131 Monomoy Community Services Incorporated, care of A3 Architects Incorporated. Application to modify the certificate of appropriateness to remove the proposed dormer on the west elevation and install solar panels on the structure located at 161 Depot Road.
Okay, we have someone online. If you would state your name and what you'd like to do, please.
Yes. Hi, my name's Alice.
Well,
Sorry, my
hold
name's
on one
Allison
second.
Alessi.
1 second.
I just wanted to state that it's 166 Depot
Oh,
Road.
166. You're correct.
Sorry about that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, hi, my name's Allison Alessi. I'm with A3 Architects. We were approved at your January 15th meeting. And this is the new, sorry, yep, let me get oriented. Okay, so we were approved at your meeting in January to add a new dormer. So this is the front elevation facing Depot Road, and the original application showed a new dormer to kind of mirror the dormer on the east side. And in going through pricing and whatnot, we decided that this dormer didn't make sense. It wasn't a space that Monomoy was really using a lot, so we're asking to keep the building the same. So we are, this is our Greek Revival gable end, and we're going to keep the existing gable, dormer rather, and we're not going to be adding a dormer on the west side as we had proposed in January. So I'm happy to take any questions.
Okay, Doug, do you have any questions?
So you're requesting that that you're not going to install that dormer, but instead you're going to install solar panels on that place?
Well, just to clarify, we're always installing solar panels. So when we showed the long shed dormer on the west elevation, we did show it with solar panels.
Okay.
But yes, to your point, the roof lays out a little differently. So we did show an updated solar layout reflecting that.
Okay. I have no more questions.
Sam?
Yes, I don't have a problem with you substituting the dormer and solar panels with a set of solar panels. I am curious that you didn't mention that the doors have changed to, from, let's see, 12 to 6, 12 to 6.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. We did change that.
Yes, okay. So I think it's,
Let me
I'd
just-
much prefer to see what was there before. But,
The 9
but it's
lights
not,
over the.
because the lights of the doorways complement the windows and are more closely related to the windows. But it's a minor point, and
Can I
I
just,
probably wouldn't hold my vote up over it.
I just want to interrupt you for a second. If you do decide to go forward with what you planned here, you will need a new application for it,
Okay.
okay? All right,
So,
It would be another modification.
another modification, right? Okay,
Okay.
you all set?
yeah.
Okay. Tim, you have anything?
I would echo what my colleague Sam said regarding the replacements. However, I don't have a problem with the removal of the panels and the dormer as proposed. So I don't see any problems with it. Thank you.
Bob?
A question on the east side, was that dormer always there, or is that a new addition?
On the east side, it's always there.
It's always been
There
there?
today.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's always been there, but as far as I know, it's been there.
Okay, and so I'm okay with the west side changes, and I do agree with Sam on the doors. A new application, I guess, or would have to come.
It would be a new application.
New
Or
application.
a
'Cause
modification.
it would look better if things lined up in the front,
Understood.
especially with the doors. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I am going to make a motion on only what's in front of us right now,
Correct.
correct? Okay.
That's right.
So Doug Rat will make a motion under modification to existing certificate of appropriateness, application 24-131, Monomoy Community Services, care of A3 Architects, Inc., application to modify the certificate of appropriateness to remove the proposed dormer on the west elevation and install solar panels on the structure located at 167 Depot Road as presented.
Tim Gilmore will second the motion.
Thank you.
Bob Burns approves?
Tim Gilmore approves.
It's 166.
Is it 166? I'm not
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Look at-
It's 166.
Okay.
She
166.
corrected me. I said,
See what you did? You threw me off.
I guess I did.
Do you want to start
Sam
all over?
Stryver.
No.
Sam Stryber approves, noting that the doors have changed on the drawings, and they have to resubmit for the doors, or
We just
or
have to,
not.
we just have to vote on what's here. We just have to vote on what the application
Yeah.
says.
Yes,
Doug
I
Ratton
did.
approves.
Darcy Sequin approves? Okay, you're all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's next, Sam?
Just give me a second.
Here you go.
Site improvement, 25-62, Pan de Davignon, care of Jim Norcross Esquire. Application to install a fence on the property located on 71 Crowell Road.
Okay, and who do we have up there? You are?
Good afternoon, Jamie Norcross, representing Pond Davignon. So this is an application for, to install a small section of fence, just outside the patio area of the property. It's gonna run, parallel with Crowell Road, in the location that you see on the, site plan. I also sent over some photographs of the exterior of the existing site earlier today. And so the fence is going to be located behind that vegetation that you see. So as seen from Crowell Road, I think it's going to be largely screened from view. So that's the extent of the request, and we're happy to answer any questions.
Okay, Doug, do you have questions?
Yeah, so the fence that's being installed is an aluminum black wrought iron style fence? Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. And it's gonna-
No, it is wrought iron, not aluminum.
I'm sorry, what is it?
I'm sorry, that's Mario Mariani from Pond Davignon. And Mario, you said it's wrought iron?
Correct.
I'm sorry, what is it?
I couldn't understand it either.
Wrought iron.
Wrought iron.
Oh, it is
It's
wrought
not aluminum.
iron.
Iron.
I see,
Oh,
it is
okay.
wrought iron,
Yes, sir.
okay. All right.
Okay.
I had no other questions, thank you.
Sam?
I'm not sure that I think this is compatible with the fences that we normally approve. But I'll wait to hear how my colleagues express, so.
Okay, Bob, how do you feel?
A couple questions. On the left side, there's a fence. Was that approved by us? Chantel?
I don't know.
I don't
My
know if
client
that's ours.
began
I don't
renting the
think that's-
property May of last year, so that was already existing when they started using it. So I don't know when that was installed.
It was already there.
It's already there?
By who.
Okay, okay. I don't like the view of it. So that's my comment. I think it's gonna be screened. I just, doesn't look like it belongs. I'd rather see a continuation of the fence if you're to do anything that's on the left side. That's my comment.
Tim?
I would agree with Bob.
May I speak to that? I'm sorry.
Sure, go ahead. Who am I speaking with?
Thank you. This is
Jamie
Mario
or-
Mariani. Oh, go ahead, Jimmy.
Go ahead.
It's Mario Mariani from Pond Davignon, Chief Operating Officer. Thank you so much. The reason we chose the wrought iron fence is that it was going to be totally see-through. We didn't want the sense that there was something going on behind there, that it was visually black all the way across. We wanted it to be seamless, that yet secure, and we thought that this would be providing that kind of look and environment, that you would see the building, you would see what's going on there, people enjoying, dining, whatever they're doing, rather than, oh, what's over there, what's going on behind that black stockade fence, if you will. And it will, you'll lose the kind of expansiveness now that the patio feels that it has with the natural growth. Anyway, I wanted to just allow you to know that that's what we were thinking when we chose this particular fencing.
I think what we have to consider is it historically approved. Whether we like it or not, doesn't matter. It's whether historically is it aesthetically approved for the district.
I guess it's just, I think a solid fence would seem to have significantly more of an impact from a visual perspective than what they're proposing, I think is where we're struggling. Because what they're proposing, again, it's going to be largely hidden based on all the vegetation that you see in the photograph. And if you stick a large solid fence running all the way across, it's going to be a significant change.
I think what, oh, I'm sorry.
I had a question.
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Jamie, what is the purpose of the fence?
The purpose, the patio area, the goal is that it's going to be allowed for service as part of the restaurant. Currently, you can just use takeout and you can grab a coffee, a pastry, a sandwich, and you can sit there, but they're not allowed to have what you call table service with a server. They are currently applying to be able to add seats for table service. And so as part of that, you would be blocking it off, and also part of compliance with if they're able to serve alcohol on the exterior would be you have to block off the area under the ABCC guidelines.
Okay, thank you.
Sam, did you have something?
Yes, you, in the packet is this picture that is made of 4 parts. In the survey, there's clearly 5 parts to the fence. And I wonder, is this the actual proportions of each panel? Because the survey shows a bit wider. It's 54 feet high, 54 inches high is stated in the materials. But I wonder, is it a 5-part fence, and what is the width of each panel?
I think in that packet, forgive me, sir, this is Mario, it has the width. You just gave the height, so it would be times the width. And it is a continuation. Yes, they manufacture them in sections, but it will be continuous from the existing black stockade fence that existed when we purchased the property, and it runs totally across to the hedges in one continuous mode. But yes, they come in sections. 54 by, Jamie, do you have that there in the packet? I don't have the packet in front of me. 54, each section is 54 by.
I can look for the width, Mario. I don't think the site plan was drawn to match the fence in terms of showing the width of the section, Sam, if that's helpful. I think you're just denoting that there's going to be a fence in that location.
Excuse me, Jamie, it
All the
was
way
not,
across, yes.
the width was never submitted, so we don't have the width of the fence, how long it'll be, just the height.
It's in an email version to you, Jamie. I could
I'm
pull
looking
that
for
up
it right
while.
now.
Okay.
Let's see.
Do you know how many panels there are and how wide they are? Then we could go by that. How many panels are going to be there?
Well, the survey shows 5 panels. And
Yes,
if you
so
use the scale,
whatever.
if you use the scale, you get the whole fence about for almost 50 feet.
Merrill
So
Engineering.
That's
It
a
looks
10,
like
that's a 10-foot width for each panel. And what I submit is the photo, the illustration of the fence you gave us is not representative of what you propose.
how is that exactly?
Can't hear them.
So it looks like each panel is 27 inches wide. And so I think what Mario is saying is going to be essentially custom made to fit that space. Is that right, Mario? Based on the width and the area that it needs to
Continuation.
accommodate?
And that's what Tim Santos of Merrill Engineering knows as well. He had the exact measurements of the panels, and he just times that or divided it by the whole width from the end of the stockade fence to the beginning of the high hedges. Keeping that entire area open visually but secured from the outside public, creating one entrance, which is the entrance now from the parking lot area.
So it's got to be bigger.
Doug?
There's a gate in there?
Doug?
Oh, excuse me.
Okay,
There'll be no gate.
Wow, how can you-
so Jamie, looking at this, what's proposed, I know what you're trying to do, and I appreciate that, because I think that's the correct look. You have beautiful landscaping in front of this building. You need to secure the area, and I think a black fence that would sort of blend in and disappear would be a good look. I believe it's a similar as what's going on at the Red Nun now on Main Street, when they have the bushes planted in front, and that's the vision I see here. I'm just not sure if if this is the style fence that is appropriate for that section. But I know what you're looking for. If that makes any sense.
So it's,
Yes.
no, it does. I mean, I think I think not having a solid fence is important to what they're trying to accomplish. I guess if it's particular style that folks find objectionable, we can look for a different style.
Sam's up next. Hold on. Go ahead.
I'm just going to say that I think this is an unusual look, but I have to imagine what you propose with 4 panels and a rectangular. It just isn't representative of what you propose. And you should have had somebody draw that on that photograph in correct scale or proportion. So we're just left here imagining what you're proposing, and you just put together this one little picture from the manufacturer, and then you did go to the extent of having a proper survey, even though it's so tiny. For a 50-foot, for what looks like a 50-foot, these are 10-foot panels that are 54 inches high. So,
Correct.
your photograph that the manufacturer produces is probably a 3-foot wide panel rather than a 10-foot panel. So,
Okay, you'd like to know
I
exactly how
can't
many
support-
panels?
I can't support this application.
Go, wait, Bob has something to say.
Question, do you have a picture of the existing fence, Chantal? On the left-hand side, that's not a solid fence. No, there's, I think there are gaps in that fence.
We do not have
There
a
are
picture.
small slats.
There's
There are
slats.
small slats.
And how
of
tall-
opening,
and
and
how
it's-
tall,
and
how
it-
tall is that fence?
It's, I believe, 60 inches.
Okay. Any consideration about maybe doing that in the front?
Yeah, so that's what I explained in the beginning, is that this would take care, if your concern is about a look and historically speaking, so on and so forth, that would go way over the top and create this kind of hidden whatever else is going in there, and that people would stare at a fence when they drove by instead of the beautiful landscaping, the brick patio, the umbrellas, and the building. So it could completely obscure the look of the property. With the wrought iron fence, I agree, okay, we'll have the engineer write how many panels or draw in how many panels it's going to take to make up this 50 odd feet of width across the property. But in this way, you hit the security, it's wrought iron, it's curved. I think it does speak to more of an older look. And it's all beautifully maintained, the appearance. So you see the vegetation, and you see the building, and you see the patio. And we didn't want this kind of, as I said earlier, a question in people's mind, oh, I wonder what's going on behind there, or obscuring the look as you drive by. And I think that kind of fencing all the way across defeats the purpose and what we're talking about here.
Doug?
You know, I agree with the applicant. I think it would be too heavy across the front, and I think having the more open look would be more in what's going on in the district. Do you have a fence company that you're having that's going to be installing this for you?
No,
Okay.
we have our own maintenance people.
Okay, so I was trying to find out if you
uh,
had another cut sheet or something they could provide us that would show something a little
well-
bit different. Because,
I understand. What we could do is call Merrill Engineering and ask them to make a larger, more visible, on the plan, showing exactly how many panels. And I'll ask him to also maybe visually draw in the fencing across the way. Don't you think that would be quite easy for him to do, Jamie?
I think so. Yeah, we can certainly provide more detail. And I guess we'll also look at potentially another style. Again, I think the sort of the see-through look, for the reasons we explained, is important to the applicant. But again, that might be a different style of a see-through that we can look at as well.
I was just going to say, go ahead.
Want me to go? Just one question. How about a fence with vertical slats? Instead of, this looks like a chain link fence.
I just want to make a comment. I think what you've heard from our commissioners here, that we would like to see more of a drawing and specifically what the fence is going to look like. If you could do that for the next meeting, that would be really good, really helpful.
Sure.
So,
May I ask when the next meeting is going to occur? Obviously, we're getting ready for our meeting with the review board for our application for increased seating and serving outside, as Jamie was explaining. We've been waiting for the natural process, which unfortunately sometimes is frustrating for a business that's trying to compete with other businesses in the area who have more seating and are more visible because they're on the main drag, so to speak. So we've been waiting for some time. Could you tell me when that meeting would be so that we could gain approval?
Our next meeting is in 2 weeks, September 3rd.
Beautiful,
Okay.
because
You would,
our hearing is on September 8th.
So I guess in line with Darcy's comment, then we would ask to please continue to your September 3rd meeting.
okay, very well. Go ahead, Doug.
so Doug Grant will make a motion under site improvement, application 25-062, Pont d'Avignon, how's my college French doing? Care of James Norcross Esquire, application to install a fence along the property located at 71 Kroll Road to be continued until September 3rd.
Tim Gilmore will second the motion.
Thank you.
Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam Schreiber approves.
Doug Grattan approves?
And Darcy Sequin approves. Thank you very much, appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's next, Sam?
Okay. Demolition. 25-57, Deborah Fontaine, care of C.A. Vincent Incorporated. Application to demolish the existing dwelling located at 1486 Main Street, continued from August 6th, 2025. The applicant has requested a continuance to September 3rd, 2025.
Could I have a motion, please?
So Doug Grant will make a motion under demolition, application 25-057, Deborah Fontaine, care of C.A. Vincent, Inc., application to demolish the existing dwelling located at 1486 Main Street, continued from August 6th, 2025. The applicant has requested a continuance to September 3rd, 2025, as presented.
Tim Gilmore will second the motion.
Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam Stryber approves.
Doug Grattan approves?
Darcy Sequin approves.
Okay. Administrative approval exemption, 25-63, Susan Nickerson nominee trust, care of Paul Cazolt and Sons Incorporated, ratification of certain of certificate of administrative approval to replace the roof on a structure located at 606 Main Street.
This was approved by Doug and Darcy, and they're replacing like for like weathered wood shingles.
So Doug Rat will make a motion under administrative approval / exemption, application 25-063, Susan Nickerson Nominee Trust, care of Paul Kazalt and Sons, Inc., ratification of a certificate of administrative approval to replace the roof on the structure located at 606 Main Street as presented.
Tim Gilmore will second the motion.
Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam?
What's the matter? Oh, Sam Strobert approves.
Doug Ratton approves?
Darcy Sequin approves. Next,
Okay, next is another administrative approval exemption, 25-64, Donald Grunwald, care of KAI Group Home Improvement, LLC. Ratification of a certificate of administrative approval to replace the cedar shingles in the rear of the structure located at 726 Main Street.
This was also approved by Doug and Darcy, and they are changing out 1 square of cedar shingles on the rear side of the building.
All right, so administrative approval and exemption, application 25-064, Donald Grunwald, care of KAI Group Home Improvement, LLC. Ratification of a certificate of administrative approval to replace the cedar shingles and the rear of the structure located at 726 Main Street as presented.
Tim Gilmore will second the motion.
Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam Strobert approves.
Doug Ratton approves?
Darcy Sequin approves. We have a member of the audience who'd like to speak. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Steve Buckley. I'm the person who sold the former Buckley property to the town and who is going to be now, as you know, the Penrose Corporation is working on its final design for the property. And I believe, I don't know exactly when it was, it could have been in May, I think, when they came before the HBDC, and you were all able to provide some feedback to them about your thoughts on that. And last night at the Select Board meeting, the Select Board asked the Jay Tellerman, the Town Council, for some clarification on what could be asked for and without going too far and bringing it into court and so forth and so on. So anyway, there was quite enlightening to me, and I think to a lot of other people, the fact that under the 40B process, the Zoning Board of Appeal acts as the single body that represents all the other bodies, or tries to incorporate things like what the HBDC would ordinarily be involved in. So they have a meeting tomorrow, and I'm going to speak to the idea of what I think might be a better idea as far as the look of the place, because as far as I know, it's still going to be all white. All buildings will be all white, as far as I know. Hopefully I'll get that cleared up tomorrow and make some comments, because I don't think it should be all white. And I think, as I remember it, I made some comments, I think, during their appearance here before you about, couldn't you break this up, use something so it doesn't look like a herd of white elephants, you know. So anyway, they did refer in July to the HBDC guidelines, and they said that, well, we're just following the, and I'm paraphrasing, we're following the HBDC guidelines, and they said, and then they referred to, well, Greek revival is consistent with all white. And then they said, the gentleman from Union Studios said, I had to listen to it a couple times to be sure, he said, and that's predominant in Chatham. And I thought, well, it might be common, but I don't know if it's predominant, because it sounds to me like they said, well, that's predominant, so now all the buildings are going to be Greek Revival. And to me, it's like, well, I grew up here, and the thing that I always saw when, that when I knew I was home was because I saw a lot of gray cedar shingles. And I knew I was back on Cape Cod, and it seemed like there were more in Chatham than other places. But anyway, that was a characteristic that I think defines the Chatham look more than others. So I'm going to suggest that they at least have something like maybe 50% of the surface area or the exposure be white cedar shingles, to have it that Chatham look. So it's not just all gray and it looks like some kind of hospital complex or something like that. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know that I was going to make that thing, that they were referring to your guidelines and that you are still allowed to, according to the town council, to say whatever you want. You can write a letter, or individual members can show up and throw in their 2 cents and say, I'm speaking as an individual, not as HBDC. So if you want to show up tomorrow and throw in the idea that maybe there should be some white cedar shingles in there, that even if they were synthetic, I think the siding now is such that if you have to go over and touch it to see that it's synthetic, they're getting so good on that. So anyway, I just thought I'd let you know that that's coming up tomorrow. I was going to raise it, and that you can still weigh in without getting in trouble. And if you're watch the video, if you want, it's not the last. Tomorrow, I don't think it's the last stance, but there's still that opportunity. I just want to make you aware of that.
Thank you for your comments, Mr. Buckley.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Is
Shouldn't,
is that at the zoning board of appeals? Is that on Thursday afternoon,
It's 2 p.m. tomorrow.
2 p.m. tomorrow?
Right, so anybody.
So it is zoning, it's not the selectmen.
Doug, we really shouldn't get into it.
What?
We really shouldn't get into asking questions back and forth.
Oh,
You just made a comment.
Okay.
That's it. Appreciate it.
well, certainly any clarification. I'll be
Thank you.
glad. So, thank you.
Appreciate it. Doug?
Thanks, Phil.
Doug Brown will make a motion to adjourn.
Tim Gilmore, second the motion.
Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam?
Sam,
Approve.
Robert approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
Darcy Sequin approves. Meeting is adjourned.
Last question. Is that